banged up. Tony Romo was a guy on his way out. Tony Romo was a little bit older. He understands that Dak Prescott is going to allow him to win. He also gets that last week they won the game because they got a scoop and score on a sack fumble. They won the game because they got an early punt block. They won the game because they had a dominant defense, because Tony Pollard has juice. That's why they won that game. Cooper Kupp threw for 100 yards. Cooper Rush threw for 100 yards. And so when you think about what this Cowboy team is doing, it's about the defense. It's about actual good coaching from Mike McCarthy, and it's about a quarterback who is not losing the football game. But this isn't how you win a championship. And talking to Trayvon Diggs and talking to Michael Parsons yesterday, who will be on the pivot this evening, they said it. It doesn't matter to us who is playing quarterback. There doesn't have to be a mindset switch, because we tell them, if you go out and score, we can win. He said that's what Dan Quinn tells them. Don't worry about who's playing under center. We got to do our job. And it's been the defense that's been doing their job, that's keeping them in games. But Cooper Rush is not winning them. They're winning in spite of, mostly. And that's why when Dak comes back, I believe it's an easy transition. Also why he's not back this week, because you don't want to bring him back for the Philly game, have him lose to a superior team, and then now everybody saying, oh, but Cooper Rush was undefeated. Yeah, he also got to play the Commanders.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so but you're kind of making the point, which is to say that if we are in any way finagling when we bring Dak back, it is because there are external reasons beyond just he's the guy we're putting him back on the field. So here's the point I would make to you, Ninko. No one is debating that Dak Prescott is the future of the Dallas Cowboys at quarterback, and that future is this year. I'm not talking about the rest of the time. But is there anything to the hot hand? Is there anything to Cooper Rush wins this game? You know what? Let's leave him out there at least until he loses one, or something like that, and then let Dak get completely healthy, ride the hot hand. Why not do it? Is there anything to that at all, Ninko?
No, not at all. And listen what I'm telling you. What Troy Aikman is talking about was in 1991. And the difference between 1991 and 2022 is about $124 million guaranteed. Okay? Yeah. Follow the money and follow the talent. The talent of Dak is superior to Cooper Rush. Everything, out of the pocket, in the pocket, arm strength. So what the Dallas Cowboys need to do is every single person that played after Dak got hurt is look at themselves in the mirror, look at yourself, and say, what did I do better when Dak went out of the lineup to where our team improved? How do I continue to play this way when Dak comes back? Because if we can do that, if we can play like that when Dak gets back on the field, we will be a much better football team when Dak is our starting quarterback. So, with the money in place, Dak is your guy. With the franchise quarterback, you pay him that money, he is the guy. And if everyone else collectively can play like they have the last few weeks with Dak, they're going to be a better football team.
Brooke, you understand these things better than anybody. Do we have the makings, any makings, of a quarterback controversy in Dallas?
Long term, no, definitely not. But to what Ninko just said, if everyone can keep doing what they're doing, why even have to make that a question if you keep Cooper Rush in there? I think that you need to keep him in there while this team is winning. It's also about how the defense is playing. If the defense is holding up their end of the bargain, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. And to that matter, then keep Cooper Rush in there because he's helping them win games because of how everyone else is playing around him.
Look, you put Dak Prescott at his best on the field with the way this team is playing, Sam Acho. This is a Super Bowl team. This is a team that could go to the Super Bowl. No one is debating, and no way am I comparing Cooper Rush to Dak Prescott. I'm just saying there's something in the hot hand.
And you're right. There is something in the hot hand. You're not trying to win Super Bowl right now, right? You're trying to win games right now. Right. All the Cowboys have done with Cooper Rush at quarterback is win games. They're 4. People expected maybe 1-3, maybe 2. They're 4-0. You've bought Dak time. You've bought Dak a couple weeks. Dak hasn't practiced yet. He hasn't even gone through a full week of practice yet. The coach has said, let's give him a full week. Let's give him all that. if you find a way, because Dak's probably not going to play this week, if you find a way to beat the Eagles, now you're 5-0. You have the Lions and you have the Bears after that. Then you have your bye week. Give yourself 3 weeks, right? Ride the hot hand until the bye week. Everyone knows in the bye week you go, you self-scout, you evaluate, boom. But not only that, you've given your quarterback time to fully heal rather than try to rush back and get him back to try and win a certain game that you already have found a way to win. And so for me, if you're already winning, your defense is playing dominant, Dorrance Armstrong, guys like that are dominating, your special teams is playing well, your run game is strong, let yourself keep on winning. You don't need to make a change right now, especially because you have the formula that wins. Now, there's going to be a time, I would say post-bye week or after the first loss, when you put Dak back in and you ride that wave and you find a way to win. But now's not that time.
RC, go.
Yeah, we are thinking way too much, guys. The only thing that winning has allowed the Cowboys to do is wait until Dak is healthy. They're not sitting in meetings and trying to play double dutch. Oh, we could put him in this week. We could put him in that week. Who's playing this and this? No, because all the pressure would come from us, right? What would happen is if Dak played against the Philadelphia Eagles, who may be the superior team anyway, with Dak Prescott playing, if he played against the Philadelphia Eagles and the Philadelphia Eagles win, what are we going to do? Greeny, in the A's, do we have a team? We can't start attributing the entire win and what the team has done to elevate on Cooper Rush. That's on them. They just got to play the same way when Dak Prescott is back.
It's 100% right. And yet, RC, you've known me a very long time. You've worked with me a very long time. You know that a quarterback controversy in Dallas is literally my dream. This is, I wake up in the morning dreaming that this might someday happen to me. And it sort of has. So let me enjoy it at least for a minute. Nico, take it. What do you think?
I'm with RC I'm with RC. Everything that RC is saying is accurate. There is no quarterback controversy here. And maybe this whole thing was stirred up by Jerry Jones talking about it because Jerry Jones is the ultimate businessman. He's going to sell it. He's going to have us talking about it. Since the day that he said that, we've been talking about this. And Cooper Rush, yes, he has played good football for the Dallas Cowboys and helped them win the last 4 games. But they haven't played anybody yet. They haven't played a team that we are expecting to see in the playoffs or a team that we're going to look at the end of the year and say, wow, this is a good football team. So, again, let's pump the brakes.
Hold on.
Let's relax.
I have to stop you.
I understand that this is what you do, Greeny, but
wait a minute.
Let's chill out.
They beat the two teams that were in the Super Bowl last year, okay? They beat the Bengals and the Rams.
All of a sudden, we just...
They don't even stop it, Greeny.
They were in the look.
That's
I'm not trying to create something that doesn't exist.
Stop living in the past, Greeny.
Yeah.
Stop living in the past.
No one is suggesting that Cooper Rush is the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, period. He is just the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, comma, and let's see what comes after that. Clearly, Dak Prescott is the beginning of the next sentence. I just don't know when that's going to come. In the meantime, they've got a monster game on Sunday night. And on the other side of the ball is the other quarterback, and that's Jalen Hurts. Let's talk about him. They and the Eagles will host this vaunted defense of Dallas that we talk about. The defensive game plan to stop Hurts will be one of the key matchups in the game. And yesterday, DeMarcus Lawrence of Dallas had a lot to say about the opposing QB.
Y'all asking me questions like I should be worried about them. You know, never worried, never scared, never, quivering from any situation. But I just want y'all to understand that, we come to play too.
What have you seen differently from Hurts, how he's grown? I know you guys have faced him twice as a starter, but he's taken a real big step.
And how about this? That's the last question I'm going to hear about Hurts. For real, though.
You talk a lot about Michael.
Because I really don't care.
All right, so that's what he said there. He also said to The Athletic about Hurts. Has he played us? All right, different teams run different schemes. All y'all need to write is he hasn't played the Cowboys yet, so we don't know how good is he. Okay, so the only thing, RC, that I like more than a quarterback controversy in Dallas. It's trash talk involving the Cowboys and the biggest game of the year. What do you, as a guy who's played on great defenses yourself, some of the greatest of all time, and you've gone up against really good teams, you like him talking that way leading into the game?
You know what? I don't necessarily know if I like him talking this way, but I love him feeling this way. This is what you're supposed to do if you're a dominant defense. You don't go to Philadelphia and change who you are. You're not asking yourself,